Hi, Mark Wight here from Idaho State Planning, and I've got a good friend of mine, Justin Walker from Adalante Financial.
Hi, guys.
Hi. We were. Can you hear that? Were we good?
Yeah.
And we were discussing an article that I read in the Wall Street Journal concerning some of the difficulties that the the traditional long-term care insurance companies are running into. And then what we see when people come in, because it has affected them. And one of the things we see is that their premiums continue to rise.
Yeah, there's been a lot of companies that have written long-term care policies over the last decade. And the numbers that they were basing off of when we would die and the medical technologies, I think, just weren't as good as what they had hoped. And so a lot of people have seen big increases to their premiums in order to keep those policies in place. And that's sometimes very difficult when you're on a fixed income, especially just Social Security.
We see that question all the time. Should I hang on to this policy because they're going to double the premium or they're going to raise it quite a bit? So what are some of the things maybe that they could be looking at? What should they be looking for? Should they have confidence in that policy?
Well, if they have the policy, I think the companies for the most part are going to be good to those policies as long as those premiums are paid. But those premiums sometimes are going to go up. I think the thing to remember in any financial situation is to give yourself options. What are all of the options? Is it just a long-term care policy? Do I need a better estate plan? Do I need to look at putting my assets into a trust? Is it a life insurance policy? Is it better health care coverage? I've seen personal examples of family members who have had Alzheimer's and it's been hard on the spouse of the person who has the Alzheimer's, but they didn't have the money to put them into a facility. And there's just a lot of things, and I think the biggest thing to remember is to have options.
And options, at least in the legal field, means that you got to start ahead of the game, because you have a lot of options now, and a couple of years before we have issues, we don't have so many options.
Don't wait until it's too late.
So if you're asking questions about your long-term care policy or the lack of that long-term care policy, get hold of us here at Idaho Estate Planning. I can connect you with Justin here, and he can help you to walk through financial options. We can help you to walk through legal options. This is a great area for you to do some really serious thinking and planning.